Question number 1. What is the central idea in this passage? They want to know like the main idea. What is this passage all about? Question 2. Caption is important to this selection because it blank. Captions are right here. Captions are little boxes of text that they put next to pictures. So it could be underneath the picture, it could be on top of the picture, or in this case, it could be on the side of the picture. And it tells us about this picture. So they want to know, why is this information important? Number 3, what is the main purpose of the map? So they give us a map. Whenever they add pictures to our writing, there's a very specific reason for that. It's never by accident. There's always a reason for it. They want to know, why did they add the map to this piece of writing? Question 4. What is one question you have after reading the passage? Let's go ahead and read the passage. That way we can. United States regions. The United States has 5 basic geographic regions. The Northeast region has humid summers and cold, snowy winters. It is bordered by the Atlantic coastline on the east. The Midwest region has rolling plains and is cut through the center by the Mississippi River. Summers are humid and winters are cold. Winters often have much snow. The Southeast region is bordered by the Atlantic Ocean and the Gulf of Mexico. It contains the Mississippi River Delta. Having so much coastline, it has plentiful rain and humidity. Hurricanes can reach land during summer. Winters are subtropical. The Southwest is arid or dry in the west and features the Grand Canyon. Winters are mild. That means the winters aren't very cold. The west features the Rocky Mountains and the Sierra Nevada Mountains. The Pacific Ocean borders the region on the west. The southern part is arid. The Mojave Desert is located there. The north borders Canada. And we have our map. And we have our caption. The caption says, U.S. geographic regions vary, but this is a common grouping of the states based on climate and geography. For question number 1, what is the central idea in this passage? Have A, the Midwest region has cold winters with snow. B, the Rocky Mountains are found in the western region. C, the Southwest region is arid. Or D, the regions in the United States are grouped by climate and geography. Who thinks they know what is the best main idea for this passage? If they asked us what's the main purpose of this passage, what do you think it would be? What do you think the best answer choice? A, B, C, or D? Noah, what do you think?
Think it's D.
D, the regions in the US are grouped by climate and geography. I think you're right, Noah. That seems like a pretty good answer choice. And I can find some proof for it. If I look next to my photo, my caption, look at what it says at the bottom of the caption. This is a common grouping of the states based on climate and geography. So they're telling us the way that they put them into groups is not by names. It's not alphabetical order. But they mention climate, which is like the weather. If it's hot or if it's cold or if it's rainy or if there's lots of snow. And geography. Do you see mountains there? Is there a lot of beaches? Is there rivers or lakes or things like that? And we saw that with every paragraph. Every paragraph, they told us about the weather and they told us about what is the geography like. Are there mountains? Are there rivers? Are there lakes? Some of them they mentioned beaches and things like that. Number two, the caption is important to the selection because it blank. So this one is just asking us about our caption. I'm just going to put a box over the whole thing. Make it a transparent box. I want to cover up the caption. The caption is important to the selection because it blank. A, gives important information about the U.S. region. B, tells where the U.S. regions are. C, tells about the climate of each region. Or D, tells about the geography of each of them. What answer choice seems like the best choice here? Nadine?
D.
D, tells about the geography of each of the regions. So does it tell me where the mountains are and where the rivers are and where the lakes are?
No.
No. So it doesn't tell me about the geography. So it's either A, B, or C then. Gives important information about U.S. region. Tells where the U.S. regions are, or tells about the climate of each of the regions. If I don't want to pick D, what answer choice seems like the best one? A, B, or C? What is this telling us? Nakai.
A.
Which one?
A.
A, gives important information about the U.S. regions. What information does it give us? See, I think for question 2, the best answer choice is answer choice B. Tells where the U.S. regions are. Because it does tell us the geographic regions vary, which means it's not always the same, but this is a common grouping of the states. So it's not giving us any extra information. It's not telling us again about what the weather is like. It's not telling us about the geography, but it's giving us information about where these regions are. And they're telling us, depending on where you look, they might show the regions a little bit differently, but this is a pretty common way of keeping them all organized. Number 3, what is the main purpose of the map? So this time, they want us to not focus on the caption, focus on the map, picture itself. What do you think the main purpose of this map is? Why did they put it in this story? Why did they show it to us? Alexa, why do you think they showed us this map?
I think to show. I think A.
A, to show mountainous areas in the region. Okay, can I see any mountains? Let me zoom in a little bit. Can I see mountains on the map?
Yes.
Where?
Like when they're up somewhere up there. I'm not sure if it's mountains, but it looked like it.
Up here I can see some shapes, but one thing I would say is if you're not sure if it's mountains, I wouldn't count it as mountains. A lot of times when you see a map and it's going to show you where mountains are, it'll show you a little symbol. A lot of times they'll put like it kind of almost looks like a capital letter A, but without the line in the middle. And they'll tell you anytime you see one of those, it's where there's a mountain there. But this one doesn't show me mountains.
Oh, maybe.
So we have to show climate, which is like the weather, to show location, which is where they are, or to show what borders the region, which means what's on the outside.
C.
C, to show the location of the region. That one I think is a good answer choice. because the map doesn't show me what the weather is like. It doesn't show me like if it's raining or if it's sunny or if it's cloudy there, but it does show me where they are. So that way, if I know like us who live in Texas, I can go, hey, look, we're in the Southwest region. Okay, last one. What is one question you have after reading the passage? So this one can be different for everybody, but who can give me a question? What's one thing that we might still be wondering about after reading this passage? What's one question we might still have? Something that you might still be wondering, or that might even still be a little bit confusing. What's a question we might have after reading this passage? What's a question we might ask about regions? Because that's what this whole passage was about. So what is a question we could ask about regions, the regions of the United States? If you've got time to give me the time, baby, you've got time to think of a question. Focus on what's important. Never kept you all day. What's a question you might still have about the regions of the United States? Something that the story didn't answer, or even maybe something the story didn't explain very well. What do you think, Kaylee?
In the Midwest, why would it be so humid all the time?
Okay, so that's not a bad question. In the Midwest, why would it be humid? If we look at the map, I can see that these areas are right by water. So is this side, but they're not near the ocean or anything. Maybe that would be a good question. Why is the Midwest humid? There we go. Make sure that on your page you have all of our questions answered, that we have our proof, and we're not going to move any further on that today. That'll just be the end for